Rose for three.
Jim O'Brien has just picked up a technical foul. He was really upset at Tony Batiste getting pushed out of bounds last trip up the floor, and the officials beat him up. Reggie Miller, I'm going to assume, is going to step to the line and shoot it. One of the best free throw shooters all time. Miller knocks it down.
Take a look at Kenny Anderson as he comes off the pick and then just easily gets by Jermaine O'Neal, who didn't move his feet. Well, the Celtics appeared like they can get it to the hoop.
Pierce spins in traffic, and Paul will get himself to the line. Jalen Rose is going to be called for that foul.
That's what you want to do. You want to take it to Jalen Rose, and you want to get him backing up on defense, and Pierce could have a field day. Now watch this. Strong move, and spin around, and there is Jalen Rose on the arm of Paul Pierce. Jim O'Brien, with that technical foul, is trying to set a tempo and an awareness in the eyes of the officials right now. And also trying to send a message to his team. He's willing to fight for it. You guys got to fight for it, too.
Pierce makes them both. Paul right now 7th in the league at free throw attempts. That's 7.6 per game. Reach in by Batiste, nearly picked Tinsley's pocket, and the Celtics then come up with the turnover. Kenny got a hand in there. Antoine blows by Bender, and Bender fouls him.
All right, Antoine got easily by Bender. Nice little move here, and off he goes to the races, cuts back in, and then just couldn't get it to go. When you beat the man, the next move is step back in front of him so that he cannot reach by you. Once he's out of the play, you want to keep him out of the play, and Antoine did it effectively that time, just a little bit too hard off the glass.
Antoine had a big game first time around against this club. 24 points, 18 rebounds, 9 assists. That's a nice line. 7-5. Pacers by 2 in the ball. Kenny, let's see, off Tinsley, out of bounds. Nice play by Anderson.
Retreat towards half court in order to not lose that ball.
Travis Best is coming in early. Isaiah Thomas had a long talk during that technical foul with Tinsley at half court. Now he substitutes Best. And I think he wants Tinsley to sit right there beside him. Yes, he does.
Is Best better? I don't know.
Inside, Batiste, Walker. And Antoine will find himself at the line again. And Bender has picked up another foul. Yep.
Well, nice play by Kenny. The pick and roll play delivered to Tony Batiste, and Tony makes the nice pass to Antoine, and there is Bender on the reach over.
Antoine just 1 of 3 now at the line. Isaiah Thomas's club, up and down year. Started out 6-2, and then only won 2 of their next 9 games. Then won 10 of 14. And now they've only won 4 of their last 12. Miller finds a wide open O'Neal.
Well, somebody didn't pick up from the weak side. Somebody's supposed to pick up that dive man on that pick and roll play.
Anderson in the paint outside. Antoine fakes the 3. Taking it hard to the basket, kicks it to Kedrick Brown, top of the key. Kenny steps in and buries it.
Nice play. Good ball movement. Nice play by Antoine to get it out and around.
Heads up on Kedrick Brown's part, too, to find Kenny Anderson. Best.
Celtics doing a decent job on the defensive board so far. Guy that's hurt the Celtics is this kid Foster coming off the bench.
Yes.
He really rebounded well.
Inside Batiste for 2.
Nice pass by Walker. Beautiful cut by Tony Petit, and he sealed O'Neal beautifully.
Celtics take a lead at 10-9. Miller coming around the screen, tries to force it inside to Bender, and Antoine was there. Kedrick Brown wants the ball inside. They go to him. Kedrick taking it to Miller. Miller slaps it away, and they say it went off Kedrick out of bounds.
Take a look at nice pass by Antoine, and there was Tony Petit uncovering easily on Jermaine O'Neal.
Bender hard to the hoop. And they got the foul on Antoine. That's just the first team foul on the Celtics, and it comes better than 4 minutes into the game. Chance to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Citizens Bank. Citizens, not your typical bank. This is not your typical player. It's 7 feet, 219 pounds.
No, it isn't. And he's a very young player. He was one of those high school kids that they drafted and tried to bring along. And 2 years later, it's into his third season, he's starting to...
Still bringing him along.
Still bringing him along, trying to put weight on him. But he is 7 feet.
Misses both free throws. Celtics hold on to the lead, and for the first time tonight, have the ball in the lead. Kedrick gets it to Pierce. Pierce taking his first look and buries a three. Oh, Pierce is a remarkable player.
Played the pick perfectly. The man came underneath, was trying to get into the passing lane.
Kenny to steal. Anderson to the basket.
That was one mighty might against the other that time.
13-2 Boston run since that technical foul on Jim O'Brien. The Celtics got a 6-point lead. Make it a 4-point lead. Second bucket for Jermaine O'Neal. Averages 18 points a game, really has blossomed. Speaking of high school players who have blossomed. Jermaine spending the first part of his career on Portland's bench. Antoine, a little up and under. No. Rebound. O'Neal tips it over the goal. O'Neal powers that one in.
O'Neal 3 for 3 now.
Pierce got Bender in the air, and they got an offensive foul on Pierce. That's the first up ball.
This team is one of the leaders in fast breaks. They are an up-tempo team. And Boston is kind of playing it at the rhythm they want to play it at. And old Reggie can't find it. Keep him that way.
Pierce thinking he was going to get a whistle off the contact. O'Neal. Bender in the right spot for 2. Points in the game now for Jonathan Bender, and we're tied at 15. Pierce is swallowed up, gets it to Antoine. He's got Rose, wants to take him to the basket, does. Short with it, O'Neal's there. Best the other way. Pacers looking to grab the lead back again. Antoine 0 for 4 here in the early going. Reggie
what
on the baseline.
What a shot that was. I mean, I'll bet you he was at least 2 inches behind the backboard when he released that ball.
8-0 Pacer run. 58 left to go here in the first, and fans Antoine Walker, Paul PSN, the Celtics will host Kevin.
Several games out, ends up with the start and comes up with a nice pass from Reggie Miller, then hits the little pick and pop play, and inside works his magic against Tony Petit off the glass with a power move. So he is 3 for 4 from the field and making his presence felt.
Eric Williams into the game. Keegan Brown's gone to the locker room. We're checking out what's going on with that. And Paul Pierce gets 2 more.
Yeah, and a good pick by Antoine to seal 2 defenders and gave him a clear path to the basket.
Pierce with 7 first quarter points. Inside to O'Neal. Rebound Eric Williams. Anderson keeps the dribble alive on Best. Pulls up for the shot and makes it.
And Best went underneath the pick, and Kenny's going to have that shot all evening long. Set the picks a little bit lower, and it'll be well within his range.
Kenny hasn't missed tonight. 4 field goals for 8 points. Travis Best off a little dribble drive, nothing doing. Back to Rose, under 10 on the shot clock. Rose, that was a difficult shot. 5 points for Jalen Rose. We're tied at 19. Eric trying to work on Reggie Miller. O'Neal over there cheap. Eric takes it to the basket. Tried to bank it home. Rose.
I like the way they're going to Eric Williams as soon as he gets in the game.
Bender airmails that one. Antoine, little fall away.
He comes up with the darndest shots.
Kenny Anderson having another strong quarter for the Celtics. And the foul's on Jonathan Bender, and that is his 3rd.
Let's take a look at Kenny looking for somebody. There's Antoine beats his man Bender. Little up fake, and as Bender leaning and takes that fall away off the glass. Inventive. That's Antoine. And Bender will sit with 3 personals.
Kenny Anderson did not have a good night first time around against Indiana. No points, no rebounds, and only 4 assists in 26 minutes. He's already got 8 points and 2 assists in the first 10 minutes of this game. Eric's jumper is off. Vitale there for an offensive rebound. Sends it back out to Pierce. He's short with a 3. Jalen Rose looking to tie the game. Misses it as Vitale clears it. Good outlet pass to Strickland. Miller back defensively on Strickland. Kenny finds Vitale in the lane. Couldn't make the clean catch. Eventually gathers and is called for a double dribble. We're going to get a timeout. 2 minutes, 21 seconds.
Done for the night.
That's not good.
Well, Kedrick played exceptionally well the other night. James, just as he gets it going, to sprain your ankle and be done for the night. This is the guy coming in, Foster, who has created some real Celtic problems.
Harrington wild with that shot after making a nice move. Pierce comes away with it. Pierce trying to work on Miller. Sends it back out to Antoine. Antoine wants to come right back to him. Does. Okay, Miller played some pretty good defense there. Strickland with 3 on the clock. Throws it up on the run. No. Rebound Vitale. Back up. Yes! And a foul.
I'll tell you, that was great rebound by Vitale. He had the man sealed. Foster sealed right underneath the basket. And he had the whole one side of the basket clear for the rebound. Here comes Strickland. He's under the gun to take the shot. He might have gotten fouled there, but look at what Vitale does to come up with that one. A nice soft shot off the glass, up and in.
Paul Pierce is going to get a rest on the Boston bench. Austin Crozier is going to come in. Celtics making hay in the paint. They're very good in the paint, though. They have been all year long. They look at Crozier, ex-Providence College.
I hope they keep painting it with the brush, because that's what they need to do against this team. Establish an inside game against them and control the boards.
Saw Eddie Lassard checking on Paul Pierce. He's got a lot of problems, as you can see right now.
Yeah, this is the time that
how much he's perspiring there. He's a stick kid at the moment. Crozier loses the handle coming across the lane and out of bounds. It'll be Boston ball up 5. Isaiah wondering what just happened there. Or didn't happen. 7th turnover for the Pacers here early. Eric Williams trying to force it inside to Vitale, and it's stripped away by Rose. Rose up to Crozier. Foul's going to be on Eric Williams. That's first on Eric, and just the first on the Celtics in the last 2 minutes here. 47 seconds left in this first quarter. Rose with Joe Johnson on. Rose, persistent, is short. Rebound, Strickland's got it. Strickland kicks it, and the pass was behind Joe Johnson.
Well, Joe Johnson went deep into the corner, and Strickland, you got to connect passer and target. Make yourself available, and Joe Johnson hid behind a defender.
A little over a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Travis Best trying to make a move through traffic, keeps the dribble alive. Strickland doing a great job defensively there. Best gets it off though, rims it out, rebound loose, and the Celtics are able to come up with a defensive stop, and they hold the Pacers. Crozier, Rose, and Best. Inside to Williams again, trying to pick on Harrington. Harris. Nope.
Good shot. Had it.
Pass tipped out of bounds. It'll stay Pacer ball. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Eric Williams 0 for 4 shooting off the Boston bench. Paul Pierce.
Number 34, Paul Pierce.
You always can tell when guys have the flu when they're sick because they go to the bench and they wrap up like it's the dead of winter. Got towels stuffed inside their shirt, 2 or 3 warm-up shirts on, towels over their head. Anything to try to stay warm.
Now, it's a nice temperature in here, but not according to Paul Pierce. You know, when you get the flu, and all of a sudden, you'd be surprised. You loosen up for some strange reason until you really get the full dose. But just that on the onset of the flu, and you're not feeling well, you can come out and have a whale of a game and not understand the reason why. I'm not feeling well. But boy, did I play a heck of a game. Let's see if it holds true tonight.
Harrington with that basket breaks an 0 for 7 streak for the Pacers. A double team on Antoine. Strickland knocks down a 3.
Nice play as they worked Best down. Antoine made him sink down, and he never went really back to defend Strickland, so Antoine gave Strickland the ball.
Best kicks it to the corner. Crozier will try, and he makes a 3. Disappointing season for Crozier, averaging just 6 points a game.
Paid him big money 2 years ago, but I don't think he's Isaiah Thomas's kind of player.
Pierce has his pass picked off as he tried to go cross court to Johnson.
And I'll tell you, Rose was playing an illegal defense that time.
Foul, I believe, is on Eric Strickland. Yes, it is on the way by. That's 2 on Strick. And that's going to get Kenny Anderson back off the Boston bench. Eric Williams also going to come back in.
Number 55, Eric Williams. Number 7, Kenny Anderson.
Eric Strickland, one of those guys who never wants to sit down. Rose to Foster.
Good play by Indiana. A little off the pick and right on the floor for Foster to see it on a pick and roll.
Pacers back to within 1 here as we approach 9 minutes to go in the half. Kenny does not get the roll. Crozier gets the rebound. Here comes Tinsley, who's back in the game. Crozier misses outside. Foster, nice work on the offensive glass, and he gets 2.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. This kid really knows how to rebound. Excellent rebound.
Pacers go back up. Antoine. Off the dribble. Knocks it down. Pierce picks off the pass intended for Harrington. Pierce takes it to the basket. Foster and Crozier combine for the rebound. Yep, quick Jalen Rose for 2. Eric Williams gambled on the steal, and that led to an easy 2. Pacers go back up by 1. Foster, the quick hands, and he tips it into the second row. It'll still be Boston ball, but we're going to get a timeout. Rebounds controlled by Jalen Rose. 5 rebounds for Jalen Rose to match his number. They give Crozier the shot. He misses it. And Kenny in traffic. But Pierce is called for a foul. That's 2 on Pierce. Jim O'Brien's going to get Eric Strickland into the game. And Paul Pierce with that second foul will sit down.
Number 34, Paul Pierce.
The ball is just kind of moving in sections. Harrington wants to get it to Rose, does. Foster tips it twice, but Antoine comes up with it. Celtics have been stuck on 29 here for a while. Walker around Tinsley. Before the shot, the foul will be on Tinsley.
Antoine makes a great spin move right here. Bang, off he goes. And they called it after he's going for the layup.
Kenny kicks it back outside. Antoine takes it again. Leaves it for Strickland this time. And Eric's 2 for 2, shooting 3.
They need some points off the bench. They went to Eric Williams early. He made some good moves, took some good shots. Didn't fall for him. They need somebody else to step it up. Strickland's the guy.
Tinsley lays it down for Foster, and Foster is fouled going through.
Hey, this kid Foster is one smart basketball player. He doesn't stay in one spot long enough. Take a look at Strickland as Antoine takes it to the hoop and kicks it right back out as the entire Indiana defense caves below the free throw line. We'll see what he's done over the last 10 games. Big numbers for a guy that nobody ever heard of.
5 points so far here tonight, and all of them coming in the second quarter.
You know what you got to do with him? You got to step to him, and then you got to let him take you to the ball. You got to go out and get him. Don't wait for him to come to you. That's the secret to blocking out a good offensive rebounder like Foster is.
1 for 2 at the stripe. Kenny, good look. Count the bucket for Petit and a foul on Harrington going by.
Kenny was just trying to uncover. Watch this as Petit heads to the hoop. He's open, and he had to find the alley to make the pass. Good play by Kenny. Once again, really becoming a terrific floor general.
Tony misses the free throw. Celtic lead is 3. They led by 5 at the end of 1. We're nearly halfway through this second quarter. Miller. Closure open. Ball with the shot, but there's Harrington for an easy 2.
Well, it was one guy against 2 guys on the boards on the weak side, and that was Kenny Anderson. He got one of them, but he couldn't block out both of them.
Antoine wants the ball on Reggie Miller. Foster comes back out to Strickland. Strick is 3 for 3.
Who's got that man?
9 points for Strickland.
That'll open up the game for both Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker.
Crozier coming through the baseline. They go the other way to Harrington. He misses the shot. Rebound Strickland. 4 rebounds for Eric. Along the baseline, trying to get it over to Eric Williams. Left out of bounds by Harrington. And we're going to get ourselves a timeout. 5:20. Back in a 4-point game. 5:27 to go in the half. Time for a Citizens Bank. Not your typical play.
From the field and 3 assists.
There have been a total of 14 turnovers in this game, but they have resulted in only 8 points, so a factor yet. Boston shooting 48%. Pacers right around 45%. Strickland, the shooting star to this point, 3 for 3, shooting threes. Anderson, 4 for 4 maybe. Nope. O'Neal is there. O'Neal's out there with Tinsley, Foster, Harrington, and Miller. Celtics have Williams, Strickland, Walker, Anderson, and Petit. Petit on O'Neal. And Tony commits the foul. Second foul on Petit. That's going to get Vitale up off the Boston bench. He played well in his stint earlier. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines, the low-fare leader for 30 years. O'Neal. Tony Petit sits down with 4 points. Defensively picks up Anderson. And he loses it for the moment. Gets it back to Antoine.
O'Neal may have got a little bit of a finger on that one.
Jump out on Tinsley. Keeps the dribble alive. Looking inside for O'Neal. They come the other way to Miller. Coming around the screen. Front rims it.
Miller is not incorporated to a large extent in this offense.
Vitale on the offensive glass. Kicks it back out to Antoine. Antoine off the dribble to V. He'll take it. Does not get the bounce.
Good pass by Antoine. Good shot. That's Vitale's shot.
Foster. He's doing it again. 7 points for Foster. We're tied at 37. Williams loses the dribble. Antoine back inside to Eric. Eric to the basket. And he doesn't get the bounce.
Boy, they're just bouncing around that rim.
Yep. Tinsley out to Miller. Harrington the rebound. Harrington trying to use his size on Strickland. Short. Vitale picks it off.
Wow. And Harrington's been woofing at the official all the way.
A three for Eric Williams.
Well, maybe that'll loosen up Eric's game.
Celtics by that margin at 40-37, under 3 minutes to go in the half. O'Neal misses the easy one, and the rebound comes off the floor to the Celtics. Isaiah Thomas just chased the official up the floor, and the Celtics get two on the other end, and now Thomas gets the technical foul. The official was just waiting for the play to complete itself. Isaiah came running up the sidelines. You don't see that all that often, but he was flying. Just watch the left side of your screen. Eric's going to shoot the tee. Makes it. And we're going to get a timeout. So the Celtics take advantage.
Detours. Watch Strickland here maneuver around these detours. I mean, he turns the steering wheel. Gets one. And gets it into the garage. That's the way to drive. How about you? How about you?
Pass. Bender hit a shot to open the game from there. Doesn't take it this time. Harrington trying to back his way in on Eric Williams. Nice shot. 6 points for Harrington. They have all come in the second quarter.
That kid is another young player that came in that's coming ahead of Bender. He's going to be a player, Harrington.
Eric Strickland. Nope. Foul is called on Patapico.
I tell you.
That's the first on Vitale.
Vitale stood there. I don't know what he did.
And we're going to shoot free throws up the other end. The Pacers right now with 3 players on the court who did not attend college. There's one of them right there, Jermaine O'Neal. Quite an improvement this year. His shooting percentage and his rebounding, as well as his free throws, are all at career highs.
Well, Portland drafted him originally, and I'm not sure if they drafted him or they ended up with him.
Portland drafted him.
Yeah. And they kind of buried him on the benches. They were spending all kinds of money. This kid, for the first 2 years that he played, really never saw a lot of action. And when he did play, you'd marvel at what he could do. And he wanted to go play someplace, so he finally got a chance to go to Indiana, and he's profited from that experience, both financially and you saw by his stats.
Antoine with the youngster Bender on him. Takes him down on the baseline, and the quick whistle. The foul is going to be on Bender on the way by.
Yeah, I don't know how they're officiating this game.
That's the 4th foul on Bender.
There are touchy things, and then there's hammers that are not getting called.
Jalen Rose is coming back in, and Bender will sit down with the 4 personal fouls.
This would be the type of game as a player you'd have difficulty playing. Can't get a feel for what the officials are doing.
Williams. Vitale, a little turnaround, not going to stay. Reggie Miller's got the rebound, and the Pacers, with a little less than a minute and a half to go here in the first half, have a chance to get to within 1 or tie with a 3. O'Neal gets it to within 1.
3 guys took a shot at O'Neal. Nobody got close.
So O'Neal, who they didn't think was going to play tonight, has 11 points. Kenny can't get to stay down. Tinsley to Rose. Rose comes up firing. That's not even close.
They've done a nice job on Rose so far. I mean, when he gets it, it's going up. It usually stops with him.
Strickland pops out. Paul Pierce has spent a long time on the bench here. Antoine straightaway three. No. Vitali can't keep the rebound alive. Tinsley the other way. Celtics will get the ball one more time here in the half. They lead by 1 at the moment. Rose. Reggie able to draw the contact from Strickland and get to the free throw line.
Now, Reggie's an old-time smoothie. The first guy that used to do it and get these type of fouls was Lloyd Free.
That's right.
World be free.
Kick
Stick
those
a leg
legs
out
out.
and make sure that they stick it out so that you initiate the contact, get the basket, and get to the line from outside. And Reggie has mastered that.
Reggie, one of the great free throw shooters in the history of this league, as you saw with our Dodge NBA leaders there. This year he's third. Career right around 90%. Eric Strickland's coming out as he picked up his third foul. Look at those free throw numbers the last 4 years, huh? Career 88.5 and 4 straight years over 90.
Who's the leader in the league? I don't even know.
Dick Light will tell us
Who's the leader in the league in free throws?
at the moment.
Yeah, I mean the all-time leader.
Oh, the all-time leader.
All-time leader percentage.
Heinsohn, I think. Wasn't that guy?
Oh, no.
No.
Rick Barry, maybe?
Mark Price, somebody like that. That'd be my guess. Kenny. Nope. Gets it back. Underneath to Vitali, and he gets fouled by Tinsley.
Oh, what a nice play by Kenny. Yes, Kenny gets that shot away and gets his own miss and then spots Vitali underneath, and he was going right up with the shot, and there's the foul by Tinsley.
Jim O'Brien's going to get Walter McCarty into the game here for defense in the final 5 seconds as Vitali.
So you were right and I was right. Mark Price and then Rick Barry, 9.4 for Mark Price for a career. Rick Barry was 9-0 for a career.
I win though. You buy dinner.
Do we have a bet for dinner on that?
I have. Yeah.
You did,
hear
but
that?
I
You didn't hear that?
No. I didn't even hear a cogent whisper. And I listen for your every whisper.
Thank you. Tinsley, the hard push here. Harrington got a good shot off and missed it. So the Celtics hold on to the halftime lead. It was 3 at the end.
13 points in the first half between them. Eric Strickland came off the bench and provided the offensive punch. Came up with 12. They need Paul Pierce and Antoine to step up here in the second half.
Tinsley's out there with Miller, Harrington, O'Neal, and Rose. Miller with 3 on the shot clock. Those are the kind of shots Reggie's made a career of making.
I'll tell you, that was very good defense by Boston. They chased all around on those three-point shooters. They made them put it on the floor.
Antoine with his first bucket of the second half. Reggie Miller just 1 of 5 so far in the game. Those are the kind of passes that Tinsley has been making of late that have
Well, there was Jermaine O'Neal going to use a pick and had his eye on how to set the man up and not on the ball, and Tinsley saw that he was open.
and he misses that little baseline jumper.
Nice play by Joe Johnson, however.
O'Neal starts to go over Bertie. He's short with it, and Joe Johnson's there for a rebound. Johnson bringing up himself. Reggie Miller waiting for him defensively. The screen from Bertie. Back to Tony. Open look. Missed it. Oh, nice hit by Pierce.
Yeah, beautiful. Nice play. Joe Johnson, Tony Petit. They got Tony his shot. Some of those got to fall right now. Those other people getting their type of shots.
Tinsley, O'Neal there for the follow amongst a host of white shirts, and he got fouled. Antoine picks up that foul, his second.
Well, with Tony Petit taking the shot right of your screen, you watch, out of nowhere comes the flu-ridden Paul Pierce. Beautiful play.
Paul Pierce sick is better than 80% of the players in this league healthy.
Well, that's the 12th point of the game for O'Neal. And you see, they've been finding him on the dives on the pick and roll play very effectively.
Petit comes down with that miss. Boston's lead is 4 here with just about 10 minutes to go in the third. Pierce trying to shake Harrington, runs into traffic, and the foul is going to be on Al Harrington. 2-1 Harrington, and that's the first on the Pacers here in the quarter. Antoine wants to go to Paul, does. Rises up on Rose and gets 2.
Big. That's big. Ride these guys for a while. Antoine and particularly Paul Pierce.
That's Antoine's 5th assist tonight. Harrington trying to take Joe Johnson. Help from Petit. Blocked by Johnson. Picked off by Petit. Pierce tried the crossover, and Reggie Miller was waiting for it. He pulls up for a 3 and buries it.
That's as good as a layup for him.
He made up his mind about a step over half court. He was taking that.
Well, everybody was retreating to play it for the layup, and nobody picked him up.
Reggie is the all-time NBA three-point shooter in terms of number of threes made by more than 400. He's just stretching the distance between himself and Dale Ellis, who is no longer jacking him up in this league.
Take a look. Here's Reggie Miller, and off he goes. People out in front of him, they have to play those people, and that leaves Reggie wide open. Got to get back. He wasn't going to streak to the hoop. Well, Pierce only played 13 minutes in the first half. And that's a blessing in disguise that the Celtics were up at halftime and limited minutes by Paul Pierce. Right now, they could use all the offense that Paul Pierce could muster.
Harrington. 7 on the shot clock. Pierce was stripped by Tinsley. Jalen Rose hits a 3. 10 points now for Rose. He joins O'Neal in double figures for the Pacers. And Indiana hangs around here down 2. Kenny spins into the lane, banks it home, and he'll go to the line. And Kenny's in double figures now at 10.
Well, Kenny, they're not going to go and stop Kenny's penetration. He's going to be able to play one-on-one against Tinsley. Makes a good roll move there, and no shot blocker in evidence, and he kisses it off the glass. So Kenny can make his one-on-one moves more effectively, perhaps, than anybody on the floor, at least the way the Indiana defense is playing them right now. They are jamming Paul Pierce. They are jamming Antoine Walker. Everybody else, they're letting them play one-on-one.
Kenny misses the free throws, but the Celtics able to come up with a rebound. Kenny once again off the drive, kicks it this time. Johnson, that would be nice. That would be nice, wouldn't it? 58-51. O'Neal could get it back to Miller. Outside to Rose. Back inside O'Neal, knocked away by Petit, down to 6 on the shot clock. O'Neal realizes it, misses the shot, and Antoine's there. Pierce back to Antoine. Long with the three-pointer. Rebound. Loose off the floor. Tinsley there. And the foul is going to be on Joe Johnson.
Boston foul is number 31, Joe Johnson. His first personal foul. Second team foul on the Celtics.
Reggie left open. Makes it.
Well, Celtics fell asleep there. Gave him the ball, and Celtics was talking it over and looking at the bench. And
Antoine thought about answering, gets closer, hits the two. Antoine's in double figures now. Joe Johnson the foul.
Boston foul is number 31, Joe Johnson, the second. Third team foul.
watch Antoine right now. Fakes the three, gets Harrington to bite for that, and then a little pull-up on Harrington. That's about a 16-foot shot. Not an easy shot. What a career Reggie Miller has had.
Yep.
Who will ever forget that series against the Knicks and Spike Lee down in New York? And
big time shots he made. Kenny comes up with his own miss. Dribbles into the paint, leaves it for Petit.
Well, he's getting his shots.
Tinsley off the dribble. Pierce has to pick him up. Now Kenny gets back into play and runs over the other side to cover Miller. O'Neal for two. Pacers back to within two halfway through the third, rapidly moving game. Joe Johnson and Petit turned his back, and Miller gets an easy two and ties it at 60.
Joe Johnson, you could tell he's a rookie. There was no way Reggie Miller was going to block that shot. He had about a foot and a half to get that shot off.
And 11:30. Only on Fox Sports Net. It is Pierce, Patapenko, Strickland, Walker, and Anderson on the floor. Ball comes up shooting. Patapenko with the miss. Back outside. Strickland shooting and buries the three.
He's been the man.
15-point night for Strick. His high for the year is 17. And that one sails out of bounds.
And Vitale did a great job of reading the play and really thwarting that layup attempt by Reggie Miller.
Strickland thought about it. Pulls up. No. Rebound, Harrington. Kenny, pretty good defense. Rebound taken down by Pierce. Anderson did a nice job on the much taller Miller. Pierce in traffic off to Vitale. V knocks it down.
Well, Tony Petit and Vitale have that 18-foot range, and if they start doing that on a regular basis, what an addition that would be. Get those guys 5 or 6 of those type of shots. Oh, Tinsley is just tossing it away.
That's at least his fourth turnover.
Take a look at Vitale. Little kick. They forget about him, and they give him the shot virtually, and it's up and in. Now, Tony Petit, you know, when you talk about adding guys, those two guys can hit that shot. But they got to get them on a regular basis, not, you know, every other game or whatever. As a steady diet, and they'll get their rhythm and start to make them on a consistent basis.
Eric Williams with a tough squeeze there, and the Celtics have opened the lead back up to 7 again at 67-60. Matavrigo slaps it away, but right to Miller, and he bangs home another 3. Reggie has come alive with 13 points here in the third quarter. He's got 17 overall. Antoine couldn't get it to Eric Williams. They have to go deep to Pierce. Pierce with Harrington and a switch, takes him off the dribble, kicks it to the corner. Eric fakes it, takes it, short with it. Matavrigo there, and he got fouled. And Jalen Rose, I believe, is going to pick it up.
Here is Pierce. They take away the layup. They give it to Eric. He steps behind the 3. They give him the look. Well, look at Vitale. Left the screen, carving out some room, and there's the foul by Jalen Rose. But Vitale went to the man, and look at how much room on the weak side he had to rebound that miss.
8 rebounds for Vitale tonight, 5 of them offensive.
I'll tell you the difference in rebounding between Vitale and Tony Petit. Tony Petit stands there and thinks he's blocking the guy out. If Tony Petit went to get the man first and let the man take him to the ball, he'd had about another 5 rebounds a game.
8 points for Vitale, makes 1 of 2 at the line, and the Celtic lead is 5. Approaching 3 minutes to go in the third. Miller feeling it.
Well, I didn't think that was going in.
I didn't either.
I mean, right with that, I was on a direct line. I thought that was going to curve. That was almost like a field goal kicker. It looked like it hooked into the basket.
He's 4 for 5 shooting threes in the third. Pierce takes the bump from O'Neal, and Paul will get to the line. Miller all by himself, keeping the pace explosive.
Yes, Miller. I mean, there's a guy that knows he can get a shot off. And he just rose up over the top of Eric Williams. Eric approached him from the left side and with the right hand, and that opened up just enough room to get the shot off.
Paul misses the first free throw. Joe Johnson's coming in. Antoine's coming out. Looks like Antoine's going to get a rest around the quarter here. Are exactly 22 of 52. Both of them, 42%. O'Neal. Eric Williams takes the rebound off the court. Strickland pulls up for 3 and buries another one.
Tonight is his night.
I guess. Eric's got a season high 18. Vitale slaps it away. Harrington came up with it. Oh no. Reggie Miller. 24 points. Strickland keeps on going and got whacked on the way to the hoop. We're going to get a timeout. 1:55. Look, we'll host Kevin Garnett and the Minnesota Timberwolves coming up on Friday, February 1st. Celtic tickets start at just $10. For information, call 1-800-FOR-NBA-TICKS or visit Celtics.com.
Well, Reggie's lighting it up here in the third quarter. 19 points with his shot, the 3. Every once in a while, a little layup as he cheats up the floor. But this, the hallmark of Reggie Miller, the 3-point shot. He's happy. The fans are not here in Boston. Look at 7 for 12, 5 for 7 from the arc.
Overall, Rangers are 9 of 18 shooting threes tonight. The Celtics are 8 of 17, so both sides shooting it well. Eric Strickland's going to get there here. Eric doing his best to match Reggie Miller step for step here. Don't let the players see that, but they'll just all start shooting threes. Miller pops out. Finally misses one, and Pierce is up there for the rebound. Pierce the other way. And Jalen Rose got him. That's the third foul on Rose. And Paul will step back to the free throw line.
There, Jalen Rose is not going to foul out of this game. Now's the time to go to Paul Pierce.
If Paul has it in him.
He's got it in him. That's why they rested him a little bit in the first half.
Harrington comes down with it. Rose covered by Pierce. Reggie. Foul's going to be on Joe Johnson. That's 3 on Joe, and it's going to put Miller at the free throw line. Chance to add to this spectacular 20-point quarter he's had.
Number 31, Reggie Miller, from the line, he can shoot 2.
15 years in the league, Reggie Miller is.
You know, I'm looking down at their bench. They got Tree Wallens as an assistant coach, and Mark Aguirre is also involved developing their big people.
Antoine's coming back in for the final couple of offensive possessions here. And Joe Johnson's out. Patapiko, Pierce, Walker, Strickland, and Eric Williams are on the floor. Austin Frazier's come back in for the Pacers. Jalen Rose will get the extended rest. And Reggie for the second of 2. Pierce, and he's going to get to the line. I think it was Best reaching in from behind. Travis Best, rumors have it that he is on the trading block. Pacers are a team that claim they want to make a move. They're looking for a big man. They want to move Jermaine O'Neal back to the power forward spot.
You know, he's a center in the current NBA, Jermaine O'Neal. And they may want to move him back there to the power forward spot, but they're not going to get anybody that's better than Jermaine O'Neal playing the center spot. And he's playing against guys his own size, quickness. Very seldom does he have to play a brute like Shaq or whatever.
Nobody came and got Travis Best, and he buried a 3. And it's a one-point game. It's 75-74. That's where we were at the half. The Celtics will probably get it twice here in the final minute. Antoine trying to work on Foster. Takes it to him. And they got an offensive foul on Walker. That'll be the third on Antoine. And now the Celtics will be looking for a stop here to try to hold on to the lead. Celtics have led at every juncture. We're up 5 at the end of 1. And as I just mentioned, we're up 1 at the half. Nice move by Best with the dribble. Finds Miller. Knocked away by Eric Williams from behind, and Antoine came up with it. Strickland gets a screen from Pierce. Takes it to the basket. Kicks it to the corner. Eric Williams. Yes!
Big play by Eric. Both errors.
An 8-point evening for Eric Williams.
And his normal repertoire of made baskets not available tonight. You know, those inside shots.
Harrington has to go back outside to Best. Best a little floater. No. Rebound off the floor to Pierce. And the Celtics will take a 4-point lead into the fourth quarter despite a terrific terrific 12 minutes of basketball out of Reggie Miller, who was throwing in jumpers from all over the place. You're watching Fox Sports Net. Your home for Celtic basketball all season. Celtics a 78-74 lead. The Celtics would like to welcome some students from the Phyllis Wheatley Middle School in Roxbury. They're sitting up in the Celtics Community Corner tonight. At each home game, the Boston Celtics treat a group of one of Boston's public middle schools to a night at the game. The Celtics Community Corner is presented by Sprite.
Eric Williams comes up with a great steal right here. Watch this. From behind, knocks the ball away. And Antoine comes up with it up the other end. Here comes Strickland. Penetrates, dishes. And Eric Williams knocks down the three. So Boston's bench very effective tonight. 39-19 right now in bench points.
Explosion of energy for Paul Pierce. He's got 16. Best. Harrington trying to back his way down, loses the handle, gets it back, struggles, and got fouled. Vitale picks it up.
This, sick or not, flu or not. There he goes, and an up and under job. He beat 4 people with a yellow uniform.
Impressive numbers. With still 11:23 to go, Harrington knocks down the free throw. 7 points for Harrington, his first point since the first quarter. I'm guessing Paul Pierce gets the day off tonight. But Topico comes down with the miss. 5-point Celtic lead. 9 rebounds for Vitale. Pace is as good as they get in the NBA when trailing after 3. They've won 7 games when down after 3, the most in the league. Celtics actually a second in that category with 6 wins. Antoine.
That's a big hoop. All right, got to win the next 6 minutes here. Next 6 minutes, got to play them at least 2-point advantage. If not better.
Harrington. Offensive fouls called on Harrington as Vitale Potapico, helped up by his teammates, gives it up in the lane. Celtics are really in to take a charge.
Well, you watch Vitale right there, way ahead of time. Hold your head, Vitale. It took what, 8 stitches, or was it 9?
I think it was 9.
9. I was right that night. Remember that?
I remember that night you were right. Yes, I do.
That's the only time I've been right.
V. Long with it. Rebound of Foster. Nearly threw it away as Anderson was in the passing lane. Foster's out there with Harrington, Best, Crozier, and Bender, both Rose and Reggie Miller watching right now on the Indiana bench. Harrington. In and out. That's the 10th rebound for Potapico. Pierce made the move and then just couldn't handle the dribble. Sends it out to Kenny. Kenny over to Antoine for 3. No. And Vitale is off for foul. His third. That's the second team foul on the Celtics here, 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Tony Battie is going to come back in.
Well, Vitale did a nice job while he was out there.
I guess 8 points, 10 rebounds. Bender decides to crank it up. He hit a 3 to open the game. He's had a couple of shaky ones since then.
Yeah.
Antoine off the dribble. Hard to the basket. Has it blocked. Picked off inside. Nearly stolen by Kenny. And then a foul is called on Kenny Anderson. It is just his first. But it's the third on the Celtics here in the quarter. None have been whistled yet on the Pacers. Travis Betts. Williams, good job.
Got to run now. Come on, a little energy right here.
Pierce has it taken away in traffic. Bender for 2.
Little energy for the next 5 minutes. Come on, boys.
Sounds like you ordered.
Come on, guys.
You're placing an order. I need a little energy
A little
here.
energy here.
Pierce. Got it. Pierce left open for a straight-in look, and he buries the 3. And are the Pacers taking a timeout here? They are. Sports Net. Al Harrington came into tonight's game second in the league in points off the bench. Here he is right there. Now watch what happens as he's following Paul Pierce. And right there, just came down wrong, it appeared, on his right foot and twisted his knee. They carried Harrington off the court and were trying to keep that knee immobilized. And as you can see, Al Harrington was in a lot of pain. Willie May, what you got?
Well, Mike, Al Harrington, not a good situation. They tell me they heard a loud pop in that knee, and when you hear something like that with the knee and all the pain and grimaces on his face, that's usually not a good sign. We wish him the best.
You're right there, Willie. Hope the youngster is okay. 85-77, 8-point game. Rose has come back in. Walker gobbles up the Bender miss. Williams got Jalen Rose on him. Tries to go by him, finds Batiste. Tony's had a difficult time with that shot tonight.
Yeah, he'll get out in front a little bit so he can line it up a little better.
Kenny Anderson with the foul. That's 2 on Kenny. And the 14th foul on the Celtics. Reggie Miller has come back in, and Foster goes out. So it'll be Bender, O'Neal, Best, Rose, and Miller for the Pacers. And it'll be Walker, Williams, Pierce, Anderson, and Batiste for Boston here.
Well, they got to really do a job on Reggie Miller right now and Jalen Rose. They're going to take the game into their hands.
O'Neal can't bank it home, and Batiste is there. Celtics have held the Pacers to just 3 points in the first 4+ minutes of this fourth quarter. Pierce rims it out, but he can't control it. Over to Rose. Rose in traffic for 2.
Keep going to Pierce. They got to go to Pierce. Reggie Miller picked him up the last time and gave him the shot.
Kenny gets a screen from Antoine. And a 3-second violation on Tony Batiste. The Pacers get it back down by 6. Turnovers are even now at 13 apiece. Bender. And the foul will be on Batiste.
Watch Reggie Miller just keep pushing him in as Tony Batiste is trying to get out, and they're pushing him and yeah, right.
Jermaine O'Neal is at the line up the other end for 2. Eric Strickland's about to come back in the game for Boston. O'Neal knocks down the first free throw. 15 unofficially for O'Neal tonight. Strickland and Patapico in, Batiste and Williams out. Tony Batiste, as we also mentioned, suffering from the flu tonight. And Pierce in there for the miss. 8 rebounds for Pierce to go with 20 points. Antoine looking to go to Paul, who's covered by Rose. They come the other way to Potapico. Pierce coming around the screen, gets it, rises up. Long with the 3, rebound O'Neal. And the Pacers look to get closer.
They're getting their shooter his shots. That was a good move to wait for him to uncover.
Bender. Yeah, Bender's not shy.
Bender is bending it.
Antoine. Off the dribble out to Strickland. Strickland back to Twan. In the lane, and he's called for a walk.
Celtics committing errors here.
But hanging on to the lead.
Yeah, no easy baskets. There's Jermaine O'Neal, who hasn't gotten out of there yet either. Waiting for them to call 3 seconds on him.
Inside, O'Neal in traffic for 2. $17 for O'Neal, and the Celtics want a timeout. Pacers.
That allows Bender to get in on the wing. Nobody closes him out. He gets the layup. So fast break by McDonald's.
Let's get the latest on Al Harrington, who was carried off the court a few minutes ago. Here's Willie May.
Well, thanks, Mike. Al Harrington suffered a severely sprained right knee. He's going to be reevaluated in Indianapolis tomorrow. But that's the status, and that's the news on Al Harrington.
All right. It's good to hear that report that there has been a pop in the knee. Hopefully it is just a strain and nothing did pop. Jalen Rose just picks up his 4th personal foul.
That's only the first team foul, however, on the Pacers in the 4th quarter.
Celtics have shut off the Indiana fast break pretty well tonight. They only have 9 fast break points, and they came in leading the league in that category. Pierce, quick catch and shot. Potapico keeps it alive out to Kenny. Kenny takes it to the hole for 2. Anderson with a dozen.
I tell you, for a guy that can't leap, Vitale gets his hands on a lot of balls coming off.
Oh, nice block by Pierce. Up ahead, Strickland. Anderson running the floor, gets the pass, and gets 2.
That's what you need. Bust-out plays. A couple of bust-out plays. One more. Pick up the pace in the 4th quarter like you're running a marathon. Pace them. Sprint.
The Boston lead is 7. That was 3/4 of the way down. Strickland back out. Kenny steps up. Nope. Rebound, Reggie Miller. Pierce has got Jalen Rose. They jump out on O'Neal. Now Potapico gets back to him. Bender to the basket for 2. 9 points for Jonathan Bender. 5 is the lead as we go under 4 minutes in the game. Kenny gets the screen. Best able to stay with him. Nice look from Vitale.
Another great play by Kenny.
Sure was. 7 assists for Anderson to go with 14 points. And a double-double for Potapico. 10 points. And last check, at least 10 rebounds. O'Neal gets 2. So O'Neal comes back and comes back in style. 19 points. But the Celtics are still up 5. Anderson again. Antoine. Misses the 3. Potapico the rebound. That's his 11th.
Give it to Pierce. Get Pierce a look here.
Kenny's looking for a screen. Gets one from Vitale. Pulls up for the jumper. No. And Vitale's going to be called for the whack, trying to slap the ball away from Jermaine O'Neal. We get a timeout, 2:50.
Getting aggressive here just when they needed to do it, but they must now. Play smart basketball. Rush it up the floor. If you got it, if you got a layup, take it. If not, pull it back out. Work the clock down.
O'Neal will shoot 2 here to try to make it a 3-point game. As I mentioned just a moment ago, O'Neal averages 18 points a game in his first game back, a game that most of the people we talked with from the Pacers before the game didn't think he was going to play in. Right up until game time, Isaiah Thomas did not think Jermaine was going to play. However, he's played, and he's played well. He's got 19 points. Misses both free throws.
That is a big break.
Celtics by 5, looking for 7. They get it to Antoine. Bender's on him. Antoine into the paint. Foul Bender. That's the 5th foul on Bender.
17 foul on Pacers.
One official called 2 shots. The other said no. They get it to Pierce. Pierce, the hop step. Rebound taken off by Bender. Rose, the 3. Big shot by Jalen Rose, and it's a 2-point game at 91-89. Crowd trying to come alive. Strickland outside. Vitale finds Antoine. Under 2 to go in the game. Walker off the dribble. Lost it. Got it back. Outside Strickland. A deep 3. No. Rebound. Taken down by O'Neal. Miller for the lead. Rebound. Pierce controls it. Gets it to Kenny. Around Rose. Anderson keeps on going. Throws it up. He'll get to the line.
Believe it or not, that's what you want to do. What Kenny just did is take advantage of their big people not being there. Advance the ball with a rush, and you can go for a layup. Now, they should have been well back on defense. Here's Kenny probing the defense. They're trying to take it away from him. He gets a good angle, goes to the hoop. The rest of the Celtics weren't up there except for Vitale. Vitale would have had a putback if they hadn't called the foul.
Old School makes the first. And a 20-second timeout is called by Isaiah Thomas. 1:33 on the clock. And a 3-point lead. Now they say they're going to make it a full timeout, so we'll take it too. 93 seconds to go. 92-89 Boston.
Well, you got to make all the free throws here. Every point that's available to you. Take good shots, but again, rush it up the floor, and if a layup presents itself, take it. If not, back it back out and use the clock. It cannot be passive on offense right now. You still got to stay aggressive. And, of course, the defense has been very, very aggressive. You've got to watch Reggie Miller. Stick with him like glue. Jalen Rose is the guy that's going to try and go one-on-one, I think.
No kind bounce, and it's a one-possession game. Crowd coming to the Celtics aid on the defensive end of the floor. Miller. Rose takes it, makes it. It's a 2.
Yeah, Rose is going to go one-on-one. And Pierce has got him.
9 in the 4th quarter for Rose. Eric Strickland back outside. Kenny steps up, buries it.
Big shot. Big shot. Need a stop.
17 for Anderson. Potaphenko jumps out on best. Pass picked off by Pierce. 3 circles. Vitale comes out to set the screen. Kenny goes the other way. Back to V. V's going to take it. Got it!
I like it. Get a tip on this one, and that was going into Jermaine O'Neal, so another steal by the Celtics. They need to stop here.
Celtics winning the battle of the boards. Nice numbers for Kenny Anderson. Nice numbers for Vitaly Potapenko. 12 points, 12 rebounds. Miller misses the 3. O'Neal gets it back. O'Neal tries a 3. Opportunities galore for the Pacers, and it goes out of bounds off Strickland with 17 seconds on the clock. Boston still up by 5. Isaiah saying we need at least 3 here, guys.
They defended all the three-point shots very, very effectively.
Strickland the steal, and he's fouled by Miller from behind.
What a nice play. What a bad pass. What kind of pass was that by Best? No way do you make this pass right along the baseline to trying to get it to Reggie in the corner. And Strickland was heads up on that one.
Pacers 1 for 8 shooting threes in the 4th quarter.
And they're out of timeouts, too. Do they have a 20 left?
No.
No? Okay.
For Strick. Rose the hard push. Keeps on going. Followed by O'Neal. Sends it back out. Miller misses a 3. Rebound Rose. 2 seconds. Rose lets it fly. Makes it with 4/10 of a second on the clock. It's not enough, folks. And the Celtics beat the Pacers here tonight for the first time this year, and only the second time in 113 games, someone other than Paul Pierce or Antoine Walker led the Celtics in scoring, and it was Eric Strickland.